Good day, viewers, and welcome back to yet another episode of the Regional Review. My name is Desiree Garces, and I'll be bringing you the latest happenings from the Erongo region. But before we do that, stay tuned for the following video. Moving on to our news segment. First, in our news segment, we will be joined by the principal of the Coastal High School, and he will basically be telling us, about how Coastal High School in the months of 2023, the recent months of 2023, how they've shown their determination and their commitment to education as they welcome their first hearing impaired learners to be part of their pre-vocational training course that they are offering there. He will also further be taking us a bit around the school and showing us what Coastal High School has to offer, so stay tuned for that.
My name is Kelvin Martin and I'm the principal of Coastal High School.
Mr. Martin, give me a bit of background on your basic pre-voc course that you have here at Coastal High.
Yes, we have the basic pre-vocational stream that we have introduced in 2022 when we have started with the first year hospitality and food preparation and agricultural science. And what we are trying to do here, or what we are doing here, not trying to do here, is to cater for those learners who's academically not strong and who have been in the phase for quite some years now, and if they turn 16 years, we take them into the basic pre-vocational stream, and then they start with their year one. Because here we look at learners that repeated several times in the primary school already the specific grades, and now they're in grade 7, they're quite very old, they're turning 15. So yes, we would like to also accommodate them, and this is the only way that we can accommodate them at that school in the basic pre-voc stream, so that they can also show their worth. I'm also very happy that I'm going to show you around now and to take you to our workshops and what our learners are doing, what we are trying to do at our school, what we have achieved so far. And you will also find that the learners are very proud to be part of Coastal High School, as I am the proud principal of the school. Staff are proud. They are proud to be part of the school, as well as our learners. I believe our parents as well. Let me take you around and we show you what we offer at our school.
Yeah. So for here, we don't really, it's not like very functional kitchen yet, because it's an old staff house that we just designed.
Because here we can harvest, we can provide to the life skill, to the hospitality classes and the home economics classes and stuff. So here we have some cabbages and stuff, and we have put in new seedlings as well. So just from the newspaper, this is the Motormech room.
This is the?
Motormech. Great. That was a sponsorship of one of the parents, a gearbox.
Now I can show the boys how the gearbox also operates.
Good. Wonderful.
Where did you guys get these cars from?
This one we bought out of school funds some time ago.
Okay.
When we started with the subjects, we did not have any vehicle, so we bought one. This one we got sponsored by Rossing Uranium CMNC. Yeah.
actually need more. We need more petrol cars. This
We
is a
need,
diesel car.
yeah, this is how we need them.
We need small petrol cars.
Any donors out there who wants to sponsor a vehicle, please, we humbly request you to do so. It'll just help us tremendously. This is metalwork and welding. This is legal. Okay, this is our woodwork room. Good morning, Mr. Carlo. Good morning, learners. Good morning. Good. We just have a newspaper reporter. Ms. Desiree, that's quickly just telling me what we are doing.
Morning, Ms. Desiree.
Morning. This is great.
9G.
9G. This is our final year food preparation learners for the year for supervision. Home economics. What are we? Oh, no learners in here. Yeah. Okay, this is home economics, but there's no learners in it. Must we take all the way one and take that one to Miss? Whoever's to Miss. You don't have to hear or want to hearing impaired learners. Give our guests a welcome. The Coastal High School all of them. What is this? Let me see. What question? What is it? Oh, wow, look at this. So I can take this one. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to just put on Mr. Martin here. There's an office practice. That is what we are doing. Yes, I also sent you a message. I want to show you the girlies. Yes, and our learners are very proud of what they have, their toilets and stuff, and they keep it and they try their utmost best to keep it as clean as possible. And we need to thank our support staff for maintaining proper cleanliness here as well. These facilities.
The My.NA Cars Show provides viewers with the best in-class cars content, engaging interviews, as well as a showcase of the latest cars-related news, products, and services. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact My.NA at synergy.com.na. My.NA Cars, more than just a ride.
Well, viewers, moving on to our second news story, we have the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of International Relations and Corporations, Netumbo Nandi, and the GIZ Namibia project leader for the Sustainable Development Goals Initiative, Dr. John Styler, who was speaking at the 19th Dr. Theo Ben Gurirab lecture series that took place in Swakopmund at the Mondesa Multipurpose Center. The series was held under the theme, How Can the African Continental Free Trade Agreement Benefit the Irongo region to be the preferred gateway to Africa and the world at large, focusing on the significant possibilities presented by the African Continental Free Trade Agreement for the Irongo region.
I am honored and privileged to deliver these opening remarks at the 19th Theo Ben Gurirab lecture series. The 19th lecture series, organized by the Ministry of International Relations and Cooperation under the theme, How Can the African Continental Free Trade Agreement Benefit the Irongo region to be the preferred gateway to Africa and the world at large. This theme will focus on the significant possibilities presented by the African Continental Free Trade Agreement for the Irongo region. The lecture will explore the transformative impact the African Continental Free Trade Agreement can have on this region, positioning it as a preferred gateway to Africa and the rest of the world. The groundbreaking of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, which became operational on the 30th of May 2019 is the most extensive free trade agreement globally, uniting the 54 African Union countries, including Namibia and 8 regional economic communities in the regional maritime trading under this African continental free trade area officially commenced in January
This added capacity
2021.
has the potential to
The
attract larger
objective of the free trade agreement is to establish a unified market and a collective GDP for the entire continent, eradicate trade obstacles, and stimulate intra-African trade. It also aims to promote value-added production and trade across all service sectors in the African economy. Though the removal of trade barriers, tariff reductions, and the elimination of non-tariff barriers, the African Continental Free Trade Area fosters enhanced trade among African countries, creating a more accessible path for Namibian products and services to enter new markets.
I would like to congratulate the Ministry of International Relations for keeping the series alive. This is already the 19th one. Now, I recall when the first one came and the idea was mooted that it should be on a quarterly basis, I was one of the people, Honorable Minister, that was skeptical. I said, you won't have enough content to keep it alive. Why don't you have an annual public lecture? Because to have it on a quarterly basis, it demands a lot of commitment, and therefore applaud to the Ministry of International Relations for already having organized the 19th one. So where we are, to put in context, the idea of a free trade area, it didn't start 5 years ago or even 10 years ago. In fact, the founding fathers of the African continent, they had foresight where they started to dream of what we call a common market, the African Union. The idea is that African Union should be a common market. And I will later kind of explain the difference between a free trade area and a common market. Because this is eventually where we should be targeting, to have a common market in Africa. Just like the United States of America, it's a common market. So the difference between a free trade area and a common market is that a common market is a deeper form of integration. And it's only when you have a common market that we will really see that intra-trade flourish. And mind you, it's not only intra-trade in goods, because here we think of goods, but the future is about services. So it must also be trade in services. This is where the real value is. And one of the benefits with services is the mode of delivery. Some of the services, Andrew, you don't have to deliver through a truck. You can deliver it through a click of a button. You can sit in India and do excellent programming overnight and send it to America. It's an export. So we have to also incorporate services, and we have to move towards a real common market. So, but for now, we should at least celebrate the fact that we have concluded the Africa Free Trade Agreement, Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement. And I think applaud should also go to the Namibian government, because Namibia was one of the first countries to ratify it in Parliament. For the Africa Free Trade Agreement to take effect, it had to be ratified by a certain number of countries. And it was only in 21 that sufficient numbers of countries ratified it, and it could become a free trade area. There are still some member countries that have not ratified the free trade area, and we should call upon those countries to also ratify the free trade area.
Chill Sessions is an entertainment show that brings you the latest hits, fashion and entertainment news. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact chill@synergy.com.na. Chill Sessions, bringing art and entertainment to the people.
Now, viewers, we will be moving on to our interview segment. We had the CEO of the Namibian Statistics Agency, Alex Shimwafeni, that recently at a media briefing disclosed that the NSA has allocated about 706 million Namibian dollars for the 2023 population and housing census. He further disclosed that they had set out about 13,000 vacancies for the census, and these vacancies had gone out on their social media platforms and on their website, and it was to their surprise when they had received over 100,000 applications for 13,000 positions. But stay tuned for the video, more on that.
Of the update on the 2023 population and housing census. The name is very critical because it's not only a population count that we are going to do, we're also going to do a housing census. The Namibian Statistics Agency, or the NSA, is pleased to update the Namibian nation on the progress we've made towards the conducting of the 2023 population and housing census, which is a national project of which NSA is the implementing agent. At our last media engagement on the census, on the 8th of June 2023 in Windhoek, we confirmed that the 2023 population and housing census field work will commence from 18 September 2023 to the 3rd of November 2023. This time span will include the enumeration as well as the post-enumeration survey, or what we call the PES. The post-enumeration survey, PES, is a quality assurance exercise, and it is critical for the census, and it aims to ensure that the NSA is disseminating quality statistics. The NSA is also making use of various platforms such as the television, radio, newspapers, and social media to spread the census message. Various census videos and radio jingles in all local vernaculars are airing on these platforms since July 2023, and this will proceed until the census enumeration ends on the 3rd of November 2023. And then let's talk about the very important aspect, which is the census staff recruitment. The 2023 population and housing census requires approximately 13,000 suitable qualified persons to be employed on a temporary basis to carry out the work in the different phases of the census, that is both the main census and the post-enumeration survey. And here we are talking about temporary positions in terms of human resource officers, enumerators, these are the field workers that are going to collect the data, team supervisors that are going to supervise these enumerators, IT field technicians, community mobilizers, people that need to engage the community, as well as constituency supervisors. We are going to have supervisors even at the constituency levels, so 121 constituency supervisors. All census vacancy advertisements were sent out through various platforms such as the newspapers, the NSA website, and through social media. And we have received a staggering 101,009 applications. Just to repeat the figure, 101,009 applications, which is 101,009 applications. These were received for various field staff positions, and then they had to be done through the NSA online recruitment system, which is linked to the Ministry of Labor's online recruitment system. There is no way you can receive those number of applications through hard copies. In fact, we are also anticipating that we will receive less than that, but these are the figures that we have. And then, in addition to the 101,000 applications that we have received, we had received an additional 10,485 for the office-based positions. Those ones are the field positions, and these ones, the 10,000 were for the field position. And those were the 10,000 that we received is for 125 positions, and then the 101,000 applications are for the 13,000 positions that we have received. The recruitment of the enumerators will be trained from 8 September to the 16th of September, will be finalized in due course. So at least these people need to get at least a week notice before they can assume training. Now, a week might sound a bit short, but it's not really, because considering that people will be appointed from their constituency. Now, let's look specifically on how these numbers of more than 13,000 are composed of. First of all, we have enumerators. We are going to appoint 9,046 enumerators, of which the figure is 9,046 enumerators, of which 8,738 will do the main census enumeration, and then 308 will do the post-enumeration survey. And then we have team supervisors will be 3,606, of which 3,298 will be dedicated for the census, and then again 308 will be dedicated for the post-enumeration survey. And then we'll have constituency supervisors. For each constituency, one supervisor. So meaning we'll have 121 constituency supervisors. And then we'll also have constituency fleet officers, constituency fleet officers, people that will look at the vehicles, and we'll speak later about the vehicles. Those will be 116 constituencies, because some of the constituencies will not need fleet of supervisors or fleet officers, but then they will also be able to work in, a few will be able to work in multiple constituencies. And some constituencies, like in the urban areas, will also have other arrangements for the enumerators, and not necessarily making use of vehicles. And then data monitors will have 35 of them, of which 28 of them will be for the census and 7 for the post-enumeration survey. And then we'll have also 3 positions for data clerk supervisors. These will only be working on post-enumeration survey. And then we have 42 data clerks, of which 5 will be for the census, and then 37 will be for the post-enumeration survey. And then we'll also have regional IT field technicians, 28 of them. There will be 28. And they will be split into 2, 14 will be for the census and 14 for the post-enumeration survey, meaning that for every region we have 1 IT field technician. The work of the job of the IT field technician is to, just like when we have a setup in the office where you need where IT need to assist people with if anything goes wrong with their PCs or so, we'll also have IT field technicians that will be assisting people in the field. So as much as we have those regional IT field technicians, we will also have constituency IT field technicians, 121 of them, 1 each for the constituency. And then the national IT field technician would be 6 of them, 4 for census and 4 and 2 for the post-enumeration survey.
The My.NA Cars Show provides viewers with the best in-class cars content, engaging interviews, as well as a showcase of the latest cars-related news, products, and services. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact My.NA at synergy.com.na. My.NA Cars, more than just a ride.
Viewers, if you have reached this point of today's episode, we have unfortunately come to the end of the regional review episode. However, if you would like to stay in touch with us, you can catch us on DSTV and on GoTV. On DSTV on channel 285 and on GoTV channel 25. Alternatively, you can keep in touch with us on our website and our social media platforms, which is at www.irongo.com.na, and on our social media platforms you can find us at Irongo. From me to you guys, adios.